Alrighty, Kale. Let us go and celebrate your recovery. It is actually kind of a shame that this required, you know, the world to forget such a wonderful Archon. I know I said you um, it's kind of tied because they're very similar people. I can tell. Um, Nahida and Rukkhadevata, but Rukkhadevata truly was so worthy of being a god. A wonderful leader and just a good person. Hey there, puppy. Kale?
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yeah. And I wonder how gaps are going to be filled. The void left by Rukkhadevata. Like, how will people remember things?
Yep.
Good morning, Kale.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you like it.
Of course, thank you.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
It does look tasty.
Well, now that I've recovered from Alizar, I'm feeling better than ever.
Yeah.
I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
Yay. Is it gonna... I don't know are there any long-term effects that you're still getting, still recovering from? Or are you basically good to go? Because I don't really know.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Yeah. And you can finally become a true Forest Watcher, right? Enjoy a yummy breakfast with Kale, who's been waiting for you.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Oh? Is it perhaps Dunyarzad? Paimon hasn't already read it?
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up.
Well, thank you, Paimon.
Didn't open it. All right, let's read it now.
Are you... Wait. I was gonna say I appreciate that, Paimon. But are you sure it's because you wouldn't be able to read it yourself? Gee... No. Thank you, Paimon.
Oh, it's from Milu.
Ah, close.
We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyno's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra.
Awesome. Nice. Of course he's the General Mahamatra again. He deserves the post. And also, we need someone like him watching those sages, keeping them in line.
As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days.
Do you wanna come, Kale?
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing.
Yeah. Seems to be a trend. Honestly, people should fear when we go to their nation because it means stuff is about to go down and usually not fun stuff. But yeah, it's really not that. We're just doing our part.
Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you.
Aw, you are amazing too, Kale. The things you've had to deal with, come on. You are amazing. Super strong in your own right.
Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Aw.
Anyway, let's go
Be
to
a
the
little
Grand Bazaar
bashful.
to have a look.
Yeah, come with us, Kale.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tighnari.
No, come with us. Come on, you know you want to. Damn it. Let's talk to you again.
Everything has been getting better lately, and my mood has been improving as well.
Awesome. Yeah,
You can come find me anytime if you need anything.
thanks for looking after us. I hope you can truly find your happiness. I know you've been working towards that ever since, you met Amber, but I also know I don't. If I remember right from one of the events that happens after this, you haven't fully found it yet. I might be misremembering, though. Thanks for looking after us.
You're welcome. I was just doing my duty. Remember to talk to Master Tighnari before you leave.
Of course. Wonder if now... Let's see. Nope, still nothing. Alright, fair enough. Tighnari... Actually, I wonder, is there anyone who used to talk about Ruka Devada? Someone around here did, I think. It's my first time hearing your footsteps. Well, that's not true. Hello there. Why, hello. Nothing about Ruka Devada? Yeah, now then, young traveler, may Lesser Lord Kusanali watch over you. Yeah, I think beforehand he talked about Ruka Devada. Tell me about, has something happened in Sumeru? Ah, there's a question. Now I might be blind as an old, be a blind old codger, but I have certainly heard things. Lots of things, in fact. After the Akasha was shut down, even the number of birds singing in the forests have increased. Yeah, I mean, the Akasha, while amazing, was actually a drain on, well, people and creatures all around, I think. It's at times like these that we need youngsters like you up and about. What about Kusanali? Tell me about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Lesser Lord Kusanali has started guiding Sumeru once more, and I believe that things can only get better from here. Once more. So, what do people basically attribute all the things they attributed to Ruka Devada to Kusanali? Youngster, I'm sure you know that every blade of grass and every leaf in this land is a blessing from the Dendro Archon. Life is too short, and yet I hope that I shall live long enough to see her deliver us back to glory. Damn it, this is actually extremely bittersweet. I'm happy people care for Lesser Lord Kusanali again. Or finally. I'm actually sad for Ruka Devada, though. I'm happy that those with Elazar are cured. But it was at a really great cost. Oh, man. I do have a feeling that forbidden knowledge will be very important in the future, though. Whatever it actually was. That tree is tall. Hello there, Nasrin. Tighnari, there you are.
Ah, good morning. How do you feel today?
I feel, wonderful.
We feel much better. How about you?
Yeah, how's your wound, Tighnari? You did get struck by lightning.
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. Actually, speaking of that, whatever happened to the Balladeer? We sort of defeated him and his body crashed to the ground, but beyond that, we haven't seen him since or heard what happened to him.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
Yeah, I mean, he is a Forest Watcher. His work is never done. And also, despite the fact that the forest is certainly recovering, I'm sure that the withering isn't fully gone yet.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really.
No?
The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
Oh, good. It's good to hear Hypatia's good, too.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
As I said long ago, Paimon, all of that is tied to, well, I think I probably said Lesser Lord Kusanali at the time, and then switched to Irminsul, and then turns out they're kind of one and the same, from a certain point of view. I mean, she is a branch of Irminsul after all. Granted, considering she was severed from Irminsul. I guess they're not literally the same anymore.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects.
Yeah.
The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
Of course. But now we can finally eradicate it once and for all. I appreciate that's a lot to ask.
By the way, we have some good news. Cyno got his position back.
Yeah.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Damn it. But makes sense. You two are friends.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing it's because I was unconscious or something, but...
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting.
Aw.
He just asked me a few questions and left.
Come on. When are we going to get his first pun? Is it going to be in this quest line? Or is it in one of the events?
And you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Well, consider yourself invited.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Cyno? He didn't tell you?
Is Cyno embarrassed?
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Oh yeah, it could be a surprise party. That's fair.
Come to think of it, Cyno doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast.
Perhaps. I guess Nilu's only planning on telling him once festivities are underway. Yeah, it's a surprise party.
You and Kale are both Cyno's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
I agree. You two should both come.
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me.
Tighnari, make time. This isn't something that's gonna happen every year. Well, I guess it could be turned into a holiday, but still, this would be the first one. No, you gotta come. This is a momentous occasion.
You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Oh? Who?
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Paimon. I love it.
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Wait. Hold on a second. The sages involved in the recent incidents have begun their training in Avidia Forest. What kind of training are we talking about? And the people they had previously imprisoned have been released, of course, as they probably should. Well, obviously that should be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. I'm sure there's a possibility that some of the people they imprisoned deserved it, but, still, smart. But I hope, at the very least, the Grand Sage has not been released.
Huh?
Is your master all right?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable.
What did they actually do with him, though?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia Forest.
I don't like it. But she is merciful. It's not surprising. Still, though, they deserve at least some... They deserve so much worse. Are they truly ashamed? And how much of that shame is because they forgot about Rukkhadevata? What do they mean by cultivating wisdom in the Avidia Forest either? I mean, certainly they should be forever banned from any positions of power. I guess if you could consider they've exiled themselves to, like, hermitage in the forest. Or, well, exiled themselves. Are permanently exiled being hermits in the forest with the mission of cultivating wisdom, whatever that means, then maybe that'd be a suitable punishment.
When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again.
So they haven't learned anything. God damn it, they are terrible scholars to the very end. So be it. I don't for a second believe they can successfully cultivate wisdom with, that attitude, but I understand this is supposed to be a happy revelation. But I just fundamentally disagree with them about the nature of scholarship.
As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
Yeah.
That sounds really exhausting.
I'm sorry you have to deal with Azar, that asshole. I don't care that they were happy or ashamed. I expect him to weep at her feet before even considering mercy. I would feel a little better if I got to see what Cyno did exactly to him. I feel a little... It's like... I need that. I needed that cathartic release.
There is nothing we can do, really.
Yeah.
But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
But no, they still relying on someone else to guide them with I'll drop it. No, we have a celebration to go to. And also, I could have sworn there was another act, but maybe not.
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go. But be careful.
Yeah.
Yay! Will do!
Is it also... I wonder if it's safer to connect to Irminsul now. I mean... as Kusanali said, as Nahida said, it was touching that forbidden knowledge that was causing them to go insane. I like that name.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask about?
Yeah, how's Hypatia?
Ah, yes. Thank you for remembering her. She continued her training in the forest after she recovered. As a scholar, she never slacks off.
Well, that's great.
A lot has happened lately. Kale and I have been busy, but don't worry. We'll take care of ourselves.
Yeah, I hope so. Now that Kale is, better. I mean, let her pursue her dreams, but, ease her into it, if please, just for my own, state of mind. Don't let her get herself hurt.
As for Cyno's reinstatement, the more I think about it, the more I suspect that he just doesn't have a single clue about this feast.
Probably. It would be funny to see.
But this does remind me that Kale and I should find an opportunity to celebrate him as well. He has helped me a lot during this time.
Yeah. You're friends. Which is why you really should come to this feast, but yeah.
And you as well. Thank you.
Oh, no, yeah, don't mention it.
Take care. Please, find me if you need anything.
Of course, Tighnari. You actually have helped a lot on this journey. It has been quite the long journey at that. Actually, can you tell me where I could find Hypatia? Maybe she's in her cave? I should check. Hypatia is not here, no. Well, that's too bad. Alright, though.
Everyone hold hands.
I love her ability to collect items like that here. Makes it so much easier to harvest those flowers, which incidentally are what she needs. Alrighty. Time to celebrate at long last. Job well done. Where's Nilou? And Dunarzad. I gotta say hi to Dunarzad, right?
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Excellent. I don't know what time you're talking about, but excellent.
Mr. Zubair, I
Nilou.
finished telling things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
No one's RSVPing.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Nilou!
Hey there, guys. Good to see you. You gonna redo the Dance of Sub-Zeros?
Traveler, Paimon. We got your letters, so here we are.
I wonder how Nahida and everyone remembers her birth. Also, who do they think was the Dendroarchon before her?
You're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Yeah, well, we thought we'd reply in person.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived? Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
This is important. It's an important celebration.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this.
Yeah, they should at least send back word.
Nilou is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all.
Of course, you are right.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
Of course. Have you seen her? Of course you've seen her perform. What am I saying? Yeah, she's amazing. Legitimately, she's a fantastic dancer.
If you consider enjoying Nilou's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste.
Wait. Oh, yeah. I almost read that in a very different way. I was about to chastise Paimon, but yeah. I mean, yeah, because who could possibly not enjoy Nilou's dance?
Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
Yes.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you helped her out big time.
Nilou is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye.
Thank you. I love how bashful Nilou is.
Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Aw, shucks. Thank you.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste.
Yeah,
I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera.
there
that can
is.
record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Here's an idea for you. Get Nilou to sign, like, a picture of her. You could hand those out or sell them. You'll make a lot of money.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
I mean, Fontaine.
You guys are so funny. There's really no need for that. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
Yeah. I love her smile.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar. Yeah, and that's why I love it here.
The stage still looks lovely. I bet now that, you know, we aren't all footloose up in here, it'll look even grander for Kusanali's next birthday, too.
Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered?
Sure.
If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Of course. We'll go around and check. Just let us know who to check with.
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
Do you know where everybody is?
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos,
What's she doing there?
and Alhaitham was at the Akademiya.
Not surprising.
As for Cyno, We've only heard that he appears at the Akademiya from time to time.
From time to time.
I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. My guess is that he's with Dia.
Right.
As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better.
Yeah,
I
me
sent her a
too.
letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask about her for me.
Of course. I've been wanting to visit her home.
Okay, got it.
Or maybe she's in that little shack that she was staying in. Milu.
I'll go to the Adventurers Guild later and ask Ms. Catherine if she knows how to get one of those cameras.
Oh, she should, yeah. If nothing else, you guys are pretty close to Fontaine. You could easily send a caravan or a merchant to go buy one.
Yes, please do. I'm sure the audience would be thrilled at the chance of receiving commemorative gifts. It could be our special surprise that we prepare for everyone.
Yeah.
I think it's an amazing idea. Who knows? If we take more pictures, they might even become the signature souvenir of the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, I suppose it is it'd take a bit too long for them to get a camera from all the way from Fontaine in time for this celebration, but...
And Nilou will become even more famous. Ha! It won't be long till people are fighting for front row at your performances.
Yeah, I imagine so, actually.
I've heard that this camera is not just something anyone can use as they please.
What?
It must be aimed properly, and subjects should pose for the best results.
Well, yeah, I mean, being a good photographer, there's a lot involved, but it's pretty simple to just, snap a photo.
Oh, should we get ready then? Perhaps we should wear something a little more appropriate.
You don't like your outfit? Is it finally time for you to change? No. You have a lovely outfit, though your new outfit is quite lovely too.
No. I think we look absolutely fine. If anything, when we pose for this, clever invention, we should just be ourselves,
You really think so?
Yeah. Alright. I guess first is Alhaitham. Which is apparently directly above us. I wonder if you guys have anything different to say.
Hey!
Probably the same thing, right?
If you want to touch someone's
Yeah.
heart, you have to find
least
just
we're
the
thinking.
right words.
Hello there, Hana. Sit.
Everyone will...
Should probably make an admission brochure and put it up on the side. But I'm sure no one would read it.
A few people will, and they will greatly appreciate it. Let's talk to you, why not? Welcome to the Akademiya. About the Akademiya. The Akademiya consists of 6 Darshans, each with a permanent seat in the Akademiya. And each one was ruled by one sage, hence the 6 sages. For more information on Amurta, press 1. For more information on Ratawahist, press 2. For more information on Spantabad, press 3. To speak to a human service officer, press 0. What is... You're messing with me. 1. Amurta is the oldest school in the Akademiya and focuses on biology. It was originally formed by the researchers who followed the Dendro Archon to cultivate the rainforest, and it is still the largest school today. Right, makes sense for Sumeru. It is represented by the color green, and it includes disciplines such as biology, ecology, and medicine. So, Tighnari's school. Anyway, if it's not farming, it's stock breeding. What about 2? Ratawahist. They specialize in illuminationism, and the stars are the center of their research. Ah. They believe that the sky reflects truth and writes destiny. What about that rumor we heard from the doctor, though? If any of that holds any, literal truth, then, this school is kind of nonsense. They recognize, wait, what was that about destiny? Oh, they believe the sky reflects truth and writes destiny. I mean, actually, I suppose in this world, yeah, Mona is proof that quote-unquote astrology is legitimate. It includes disciplines such as astronomy and astrology. So this is the school that Mona would belong to. Anyway, if it's not watching the sky, it's calculating. 3. Spentimad specializes in elementalism and is a school of thought that focuses on the study of elemental reactions and changes. Due to the need of examining ley lines, Spentimad has much more traveling scholars called Drioche. The recognized color is red, and it includes disciplines such as alchemy, elemental science, and ley line studies. Ah, so, well, Mondstadt is really specializes in this school. Or at least, ever since, Albedo. Yeah, I was blanking on his name for a second there. Ever since Albedo, joined up there. He must be the foremost expert in the world in alchemy, though. Or, well, I don't know, maybe Alice. Anyway, if it's not conducting reaction experiments, it's traveling in the field. More. Ah, Haravatat. Haravatat specializes in semiotics. They see language and writing as the core and essence of the world, just like Alhaitham. Interesting. So are they like linguists? Maybe. Oh yeah, see, linguistics. The recognized color is black, and it includes disciplines such as linguistics and rune studies, which really is kind of linguistics with a different flavor. Anyway, if it's not deciphering ancient texts, it's creating new words. 5. Vahumana. Vahumana focuses on etiology and seeks to investigate the source and makeup of knowledge and its nature. So etymology. Okay. Studying, well, that's actually maybe not quite. That would include etymology. It started with rejection and reflection of the remaining theories of King Deshret, then became the basis for various social sciences. The recognized color is yellow, and it includes disciplines such as history and sociology. Cool. Well, it's a fun school. Anyway, if it's not memorizing facts, it's refuting rumors. How about 6? Kasharawar specializes in technology, and it was originally started to study and manufacture propulsion mechanisms, specifically propulsion. Its scope is quite comprehensive due to the various aspects of knowledge required in the making of mechanisms. Well, Fontaine rules this school. The recognized color is white, and it includes disciplines such as architecture and mechanical skills. Anyway, if it's not building houses, it's solving puzzles. And finally, 0. Are you a puppet? Heh, it might be better to be a puppet. I just need to follow the program and won't get angry even if someone interrupts my speech. But I'm more or less like that already. Oof. Rip. After a few years of being a receptionist at the Akademiya, I've memorized the admissions brochure so thoroughly that I can recite it ad verbatim. Damn. As long as people come seeking to be educated, and the Akademiya still exists, I'll never be done with work. Hopefully the Akademiya is actually on board with people seeking knowledge now, because that's kind of a critical other portion of, the scholarly pursuits that the Akademiya severely neglected. And that is the sharing of knowledge. There's no point in learning things if you're the only one who knows it. Yeah. Phew. I haven't had a normal conversation in a long time. Thank you. Alright, goodbye. Thank you for your love and support for the Akademiya. Goodbye. Let's hold off on that. I will wait. I will reserve my judgment to see how the Akademiya evolves now that it isn't being ruled by, to put it kindly, a bunch of morons. Alhaitham, are you here?
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
Is it the same guy? Please tell me it's the same guy.
Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
I think it is.
Yes, it seems Scribe
Oh, no.
Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there.
Thank you. But yeah, no, Jeff here is not the same guy.
But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Second group of people was the first group of people, whoever's trying to deliver the letter to him.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Kaveh was just here asking about him.
Oh.
You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here.
I know that name. We don't have him in our party, I don't think. Maybe we do. But, yeah, I remember that name.
Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No, not at all. Actually, now I'm kind of curious what all you guys think about them. But, yeah, no. I think Kaveh is one of the few that we haven't met yet that we know. Well, let's see. Kaveh, Faruzan. Definitely those two for sure. Others from Sumeru, I'm not positive. But no, not at all.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Oh, you want some rumors? Let me tell you all about the sages. No? Not interested? I have many things to say about them. Too bad.
Those closed-door research projects are a complete waste of money.
Oh yeah, closed door, absolutely.
Hopefully those earmarked funds were actually spent somewhere useful.
No, they weren't. Assuming they're what I'm thinking of. It's not fair. All those secret research projects are sucking up budgets that should be ours. Well, it doesn't necessarily... I don't know if it should be yours, but... Yeah, no, the secret research projects that the sages were involved in were... complete waste of money. Budget? Yeah, the budgets. Sadly, even great things like knowledge can be thwarted by money. True, true. Yeah. You always need research funds. The Akademiya has been spending more and more budgets on classified research over the past years. Instead of maintaining a financial black hole, they should fund more practical disciplines like archaeology. Well, I definitely agree they should be more open about what they're spending on. With the lack of self-reflection on history, we would get a short end in real life sooner or later. It's actually kind of true. Like, the fact that everything about King Deshret's been lost to time. Though actually, that may have been, well, that might have been an effect of removing the forbidden knowledge. Next time I apply for funding, I must get Vikram to join me. About Vikram. Vikram is my friend. He must be your friend too. Why must he be my friend? You know how it is. As long as he's there helping with the negotiations, you can always get more funding than you expected. Oh, that's nice. I've only just heard the name, actually. Or it's my first time hearing the name. What? There are people in Sumeru City who haven't heard of Vikram? Well, maybe I'm the one who's taking it for granted, since I haven't met anyone who didn't know him. He's been in the limelight recently, and is a strong candidate for the next Grand Conservator. Is that going to be the replacement for the Grand Sage? I don't know what other people think, but other than Lisa, yes, who according to legends has become Mondstadt's great conservator, Vikram should be a most suitable candidate. Is she? I don't know. What does that job entail? I know she's their librarian. Beyond that, I don't know. After all, if the person in charge of the collections is as unreasonable as the one managing the funds, this study will be dead in the water. Zina? This subject is better discussed with colleagues in Ksharuar. Fair enough, fine. I'll leave you to it then.
Everyone will...
So, what is a vision actually made of?
That is actually a fascinating thing to ask. I kind of interested in your research. And now, if it was up to the sages, you know what they would do? Like, oh, we just ask the Akasha. It doesn't know? Well, I guess it's
possible to install a vision on a mechanical frame?
I don't know. If it's on the Akasha, well, what's the point? If we can't just ask Rukkhadevata, what's the point? Hey, guys. Hello there, Katayon.
I see everything.
Book smells so
Ah,
good.
right. You're that one. Ah, is that him? And Kaveh.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right?
Yes, he should. Yeah, there's Kaveh and Alhaitham.
Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Yeah, he's already talking with someone else.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the Akademiya.
Have you been gone, Kaveh?
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
What? Like a physical book in general, or that specific one? Because, I mean, you are surrounded by books right now.
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Yeah, fuck the sages.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
What is your position in the Akademiya, Kaveh?
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Yeah?
Huh?
Really? I mean, of all the people to replace those sages, you would be a decent candidate, actually.
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharuar.
Hint.
Besides,
Sharawar.
as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. I don't know enough about you to say, but if Alhaitham thinks so, quite the possibility. You see, all the sages need to be replaced. Preferably with people of actually good character for once.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
You sound very sarcastic when you said that. Yeah, when you said heartfelt sincerity.
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
No?
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
They really don't like each other.
Oh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
I mean, I think this is more a case of you two having very similar attitudes and rubbing each other the wrong way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Wait, he is the... he was the one who was staying with you? That's fantastic. How did that happen?
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see.
Are you like brothers, actually? That'd be pretty funny.
Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The Akademiya might as well just close tomorrow.
I mean, I would prefer there to be a place of higher learning and dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. But, I mean, if it doesn't change, or if it refuses to change, sure. Nothing of value will be lost. Because as far as I'm concerned, the Akademiya of, well, at least the previous Sage's administration, probably the last 500 years, has been less than worthless.
Are they having a fight?
Looks like it. Let's see how this plays out. We're not in a rush anyway. Yes. Oh, Paimon, you got some popcorn?
Forget what's going on with the Akademiya. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
Oh? Some obstacles?
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
How did you two become roommates?
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
Ooh.
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand.
I mean, he was in the desert for a bit.
Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Yeah, those sages were... Well, I'll let Alhaitham talk.
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
When you say... Oh, came together. Okay, yeah, quite a few people came together. Us, Alhaitham, Nilu, and the Grand Bazaar, a bunch of Eremites.
Ha! And you think
Cyno.
I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Yes.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
Exactly what he said.
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
Ooh.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Oh no, yeah. Also, I would have a hard time respecting anyone who ever respected the sages. Well, I don't know. Nahida kinda did, but she was kind of in a hard position. Oh, he just ran right by us, didn't he? Oh, hey, Thumb. Having fun.
Hey, Alhaitham.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
Well, you have a letter.
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Yeah, that's a no.
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Yeah. I'm curious what you remember. I want to hear your accounting of events.
If she addressed the letter to Alhaitham of the Akademiya, then the letter should have gone to my office.
Okay.
I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office.
Ah,
I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
I see. I mean, fair enough. As the scribe, yeah, I imagine you would be busy with such a massive change on the, afoot.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole Akademiya was practically turned upside down.
I hope it was more than several. I would prefer it be every single one of them.
Tighnari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
They better. I don't want to... I think if I ever saw Azar's face again, I would have a... Well, lucky for him, like I said, I don't have full control over it, but I would be tempted to lop his head off.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them.
It really is. Like, we have a mind, then Alhaitham that they deserve far, far worse than what they got.
4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god.
Only 4 of them.
In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages.
Ah!
To imagine such things could take place in the Akademiya. I don't know where to begin.
Well, my apologies to the other 2 for grouping them in with the other 4. Do those 4 include the Grand Sage, or is he separate from them, from the 6? And I'm guessing one of the 2 rational sages was actually Tighnari's master. 6 great sages. Sounds pretty powerful.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time.
Yeah.
But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
It does.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound.
Right.
It's said that when the Akademiya was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom.
And do tell me, who was the Dendro Archon that established the 6 great schools? Please.
Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Akademiya.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages.
Right.
Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
I actually respect those 2 sages. They had integrity, unlike the other 4.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Presumably. Of course, we should be very careful who that position goes to. Anyone even closely related to the BS they were up to needs to be, well, I would say expelled, depending on how closely involved they were and how much they knew.
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Right.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Paimon has a point.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence.
Sure.
The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Akademiya. But I refused.
Damn it, I'll hate them. Also, isn't it a bit strange to call her Lesser Lord Kusanali now? Considering that, as far as all of you are concerned, there is no Greater Lord.
Huh? But why? Ugh, can't you be a little more ambitious?
Apparently not. I mean, I'll hate them as actually, a good researcher, and this is important, Paimon. Good researchers are often less interested in taking up those sort of managerial roles where they'll, lose out. Yeah, when that happens, typically you lose out on the opportunity to do hands-on research anymore.
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6th grade sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Right.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either.
Right.
I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Akademiya before the new sages take office.
Well, you are going to stay as the scribe, right? So you're still a leader now, even if it's just temporary. Right. I mean, he's one of the few people that we can trust. Like, just wholeheartedly.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
Wow. Oh, I'll hate them. Perhaps it's a good thing that you're not going to become the Grand Sage, actually.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
I think friend... I think that the thought of calling him a friend might make Alhaitham nauseous.
Do we look like friends?
No, you look more like an old married couple.
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars.
Yeah, he didn't seem to believe a word you told him.
Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
Because he doesn't take your word for things, or...
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Probably. I mean, it's an important change, but yeah, it is also huge. Thanks for your hard work these days.
Such is the work of the Akademiya scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Yeah. You better come. Tighnari seemed to refuse. Hopefully he'll still show up, though.
All right. I'll see you there.
Of course.
The House of Dana is the last quiet place in the whole Akademiya now. I was originally planning to stay here a little longer.
Nah, you've a feast to go to. Well, that's in 2 days, though.
But there's a chance that Kaveh might show up again. Tuh, what a nuisance. I'd better go somewhere else.
I kind of want to see more of your relationship. You guys are... I don't know. You guys are actually seem to be on worse terms than even, D-Luke and, Kaya. Scroll of Streaming Song. Nice. Can I go up there yet? Probably not. Oh, I can, finally. Big elevator. Really long elevator. There we go. Yeah, this is this Grand Sage's office. Quite a bit of wasted space, Mr. Grand Sage. And really, this desk, no storage space or anything. Just in this chair. Super extravagant. That is a pretty piece in the middle, though. Beautiful. All right, time to head to Port Ormos. All right. Let's go and find Thea and friends probably. Was it Raman? Who was supposed to be with her, I think? Wait, no, but wasn't he? No, never mind. Where are you, Dia?
This is Port Ormos.
Dunyarzad!
Is that Paimon I hear?
You're up and about and you're in Port Ormos.
Huh?
It's been
Oh
a
my
while.
god.
How are you doing?
How are you doing is the better question. Jeez. I mean, it hasn't been that long since you got cured, has it?
Dunyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
No kidding. Basically since the samsara. Oh man, we're good, but what about you?
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life.
Oh, of course. Oh man. It's so good to see her finally. Wait, have you not got your invitation?
I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the
Yep.
patients have recovered.
And I don't know. I don't think anyone will ever truly know. Well, I guess Nahida should have connected to the healing of Ermin's soul. But aside from the Traveler, no one will ever truly know the sacrifice that cured Elazar. Oh, man.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Yeah, we're friends with another person who was afflicted with it. Hey, Dia. Didn't expect to see you here. Oh, yes, we did. We came here explicitly looking for her. But who we didn't expect to see was Dunyarzad.
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
This is a bit more than a walk. This is all the way in another city.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
Wait, what did you call you? Oh, my lady. Oh, you resigned. Aw. But, I don't know, she's still your friend, and, well, you'll always be her lady, I guess. It's a sign of respect.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Well, I guess Dunyarzad doesn't really need her anymore. I mean, she's still, you know, I guess people might target her for, because she comes from a rich family or something, but she's not quite as vulnerable now that she doesn't have Elazar. Imagine regular guards will probably do the trick now.
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
Yeah, probably eventually.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
Aww. Yeah, I'm sure they would love to have you, Dunyarzad. Or, have you, of course your family wants to have you, Dunyarzad. Dia, I'm sure they would love to continue having you, yeah. Unless you want to do work to help the people of the desert specifically, which would be understandable.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady.
Oh yeah, Dunyarzad, I don't know how you've been paying it. Her price is so steep. I mean, do you know what she asked me? A full smile, down payment for her services. I can't. I couldn't continue. I couldn't afford her. I don't know how you guys do. Especially, well, that actually has a dark twist. Especially when you had your condition. I don't know how you stayed optimistic through all of that. You were so strong and amazing.
When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
I mean, did you ever actually expect her to recover when you took the job, though? I can't imagine you did, because Elazar didn't have a cure, but...
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
Like I said, I imagine, help the people of the desert in some way. Maybe move back to Aaru village?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Of course. Well, don't make it too risky. Or at least, just don't be stupid. Don't take unnecessary risks.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever!
We did.
Are you getting bored
Well, she's a lady of action.
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea.
Didn't feel quite as polished as you used to be.
I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through.
Yeah.
Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation.
I'm happy you took part. Man, all of you, everyone we've met here, aside from the sages, has been awesome. Even the doctor was kind of really fun in his own way.
But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still
Yeah.
not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Fair.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
Oh? Oh, you talking about the invitation to the celebration?
You mean Alhaitham? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
Wait. Oh, a different message. Something about, fixing relations between the Akademiya and the people of the desert.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Akademiya.
We did.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Akademiya?
Ah. Hey, I'm sure they would love to have you as a guard or a matra or something, but
What?
it's not surprising. We didn't hear anything about that, though.
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power.
Yes,
and
they did.
Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Akademiya. But only if I wanted to.
That sounds like him.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Yeah, you were a successful bodyguard, but a more traditional guard, I don't think you would enjoy it all.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ooh. Dunyarzad, let's pan back to her. I think I agree.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there.
No, I can picture now. I kind of need to see it. I bet there's fan art of that.
Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the Akademiya.
Well, yeah. That's just how Alhaitham operates, yeah.
But if you take him up on the offer, Cyno might actually agree and let you become a matra.
Probably would.
Because you're super amazing.
She is. And there is precedent anyways. Cyno is a, person of the desert. So, and he's the General Mahamatra.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Cyno.
Also fair.
I prefer to be free to live however I choose.
And yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy whatever path you take.
In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
Especially if it means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
Yeah. But I'm happy you took that job, Dia. Both because you protected Dunyarzad, which makes me happy, but also because it'll let us meet you.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Oh, well, we need to go celebrate, though.
Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again.
Yeah. Come visit. I guess being free is just part of how Dia operates.
Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope things get better for the people of the desert now that a proper, Dendro Archon is in place and, not being sealed away. She did what she could, but I imagine now that she's out and about, she could probably do a whole lot more to help heal Sumeru. Not just physically, but, these kinds of things.
But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. so I'd better get to work while I still can.
Well, hey, even if they don't need as many mercenaries in the future, you can always find work outside of Sumeru, I'm sure.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
Oh, good.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Yeah, she's inviting you all back.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
Yeah.
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at.
Damn it, everyone keeps missing their letters. Yeah, you're invited to a big party.
My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes.
Yes.
Staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
I am so happy to see her, well, taking advantage of her newfound life. Her newfound ability to enjoy her life.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
Basically.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
Excellent. But can we count on you to come? Dunyarzad, of course, needs to be there. I mean, it's Nilu.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
Oh, it's okay.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
It's pretty important. It's a huge party celebrating the fall of the sages, the reinstatement of the General Mahamatra, and the freedom of Nahida.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Yep.
She was hoping you could come.
Actually, you know what? I just had a thought. I am exceptionally curious about Dunyarzad's new perspective on things, because she was one of Kusanali's faithful, her most faithful. I wonder how she interprets the past now. I mean, the whole thing about Kusanali being locked away was still reality. Who do they think the sages were scorning her for? Or spurning her?
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Hey!
Count me in too.
Yes.
But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
I'm sure it'll be fine. What are they gonna say? Oh, the hero of Sumeru can't show up dressed how she wants? Bullshit.
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
Yeah.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
I mean, I imagine it would have taken us a day to get here, Paimon.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Cyno and Raman are?
Yeah, the guest of honor.
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Yeah. You haven't heard hide nor hair of him, though?
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aaru village.
Ah.
You can try your luck there.
Well, we can go see Candace, too. Maybe.
As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Cyno. You can ask Cyno when you meet him.
I have to imagine he'll be back at his base camp if he's anywhere other than with Cyno. But thank you, Dia.
Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
Of course. See you there.
All right.
Back in
on to our
Sumeru.
next stop.
Sumeru City, that is.
After recovering from Elazar, everything seems so different to me.
Yeah?
When I look at the scenery I visited before, it has a completely different feeling.
Oh, you have a new lease on life, Dunyarzad. I am so happy for you.
Yeah. You need to be stronger than an ox to take life by the horns.
Now she is.
I think I've heard you say something like that before. But today, I finally understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Is there any place you'd like to go? I can accompany you. I've got time.
Aw, yeah, I think you two will be lifelong friends. I hope.
What if I tell you that I want to go to the desert?
Oh, I mean, if you think you're up for it, maybe take it slow at first. Don't underestimate the desert.
Fine by me. If we go to the desert, I can introduce you to my friends there. But we should prepare and get everything we need before setting off.
Take an absurd amount of water with you. Make sure you actually cover up.
Let's go! I'll go pack my luggage now. After we're done with the feast in 2 days, we can go have fun in the desert.
Enjoy yourself, Dunyarzad.
You can count me in.
Oh, she can meet Nahida. Nah. Well, I hope she does get to meet Nahida. That would be so lovely to see.
If you want to eat like a king, you've got to...
Oh, hey. Took me a second to realize, but Isak and Khalil. Ah, it's you. Have you been doing okay? Been busy? Are you hungry? Want to come to my place for a bit? I don't have the time right now, Isak, but I'll come another time. Steady there, Mr. Enthusiastic. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. Oh, it's okay. But you saved Grandpa, and that makes you our family's hero. Thank you so much. Ever since that incident, I've been thinking that I should work harder so I can help my grandpa, just like you did. Miss Candace always said that I should be thankful to those who helped me, and that I should learn from them. He is correct. Yeah, that's very true. Or she is correct. Not your grandpa, yeah, Miss Candace. All right. But Dia tells me that I should be patient, because I'm still young. Miss Dia is also correct, and very wise. And that I should start small and learn to live independently first, before learning to take care of my grandpa. And that's why I've started cooking for myself lately. I've practiced a few times, and I think it came out all right. Want to try some? Sure. Oh, thank you. Very lovely. Khalil? Hello there. Welcome back to Aaru Village. Wait, is your mind okay? You know me? Ha. Isak has mentioned you more than once, so I recognized you right away. You seem okay. Did healing Irminsul heal your guys' minds? Honestly, I'm ashamed that I was too much of a mess to thank you earlier. It's all thanks to you, really, that I'm able to continue living here with him. Aww. There was this lady named Sataria who came over to ask me if I wanted to return to the Akademiya. Sataria. Mixed feelings about that. She was going along with the sage's plans. I still feel like anyone who knowingly was contributing to their any of their ethically dubious plans probably should have been purged from the Akademiya. Or maybe at least demoted or something. For one thing, I can't just leave Isak to fend for himself here. And on the other hand, Aaru Village has helped me a lot. And for the other, leaving just like this doesn't sit right with me. I love that you want to stay with Isak. I may be old, but I was once a researcher too. I should be able to contribute to the village's development somehow. I think you can. That's sweet.
So, I look like Isak's grandfather. Maybe this was meant to be.
Maybe it was.
I'm so glad Grandpa's okay.
I love that you're embracing the role.
Everyone must remember to add less salt the next time I cook.
No, salt's good. I love salt. I guess something can be too salty, but it's a pretty high threshold for me. Let's see, Cyno, you're down here somewhere? Ah, there you are. Who's that over here? Hibachi.
It's been a while since we last visited Aaru village.
Yeah, it has been a little bit.
Ah, there's Cyno!
Hey, Cyno. Looking like you're brooding. It's been a while.
What brings you here?
Just saying hi. Here to invite you to a party.
We recovered well, and Tighnari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
Yeah.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
Well, Tighnari's is at least. So I guess by extension, Gandharvaville.
And Tighnari is recovering well, too.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Thank you for taking us to him. Seriously.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
Yeah. Oh yes. Cyno, can you please tell me in exquisite detail everything you did to Azar? Don't leave anything out. I want every juicy detail.
You're welcome.
Oh, and his reactions.
Tighnari has excellent medical skills, and Kaveh is quite attentive.
Yeah.
It was the best place for you.
Thank you once again. Now, anyways, Azar, how much did he cry? Like, was he trembling in fear? Was he just on the ground weeping? Was he begging for forgiveness? Please tell me.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
He kind of is. He's brooding, though.
I'm meeting some people.
Oh? Desert people, or...?
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them.
I think I will. Yeah.
But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Raman?
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell me you
And
brought into
Sataria.
trouble and need us to help now.
Interesting that Sataria is with him.
Raman! And, Sataria?
She's like, do I know you?
Oh, you know me?
Yeah. Paimon, should we tell her? Probably not.
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the Akademiya.
Yeah, something like that.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
How have you been doing lately? I mean, in terms of responsibility, I suppose you are on the lower end of the spectrum, as far as the sages and their lackeys go. Maybe you can get off with a slap on the wrist. And I guess I don't know exactly what the doctor did to you after he found you.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Yes?
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Good. And yeah, at least she felt guilt about everything she was doing, I guess. Unlike that asshole Azar.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you go ahead.
A second chance for Sataria.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the Akademiya.
Good, good. I approve.
What?
You're not going to be a scholar anymore.
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity.
I mean, fair. You are pursuing independent, research opportunities in the desert to support your people?
I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
Yeah. When you say you're not going to pursue research like a typical scholar, do you mean you're not going to pursue research like the sages did, which it wasn't really actually like a typical scholar in the first place, or...
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
Yeah, please expand.
I plan to leave the Akademiya and return to teach here in the desert.
Oh, Oh, I like that. Yeah. Okay. It's not really research, so you are giving up on research, unless you're going to do it in the same time, which, to be fair, is what most professors do. But, yeah, that's lovely. I'm sure you can do a lot of good that way. That'll be good, not recompense, a good way to redeem yourself, I think.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru.
Yeah.
She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
That's awesome.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people.
I like that. That's smart.
That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
And yeah, this is actually super fitting because you're actually going to be, unlike the prior Akademiya, instead of hoarding knowledge for just yourself, you're going to be properly spreading it, as knowledge should be.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night.
Fitting. Very, very fitting, considering the meaning of her name. Assuming I'm remembering correctly. Have you told her about the true history of King Deshret, though, Ramon?
The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
True, true. Throughout all of history, the stars have guided the way.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
Excellent. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm 100% in favor of this. I think leaving the Akademiya and dedicating her life to teaching the knowledge and spreading it, basically going the exact opposite route that those asshole sages went, is a good path to take for, redemption and sort of righting the wrongs she caused or helped cause.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the Akademiya doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission.
Yep. But does Nahida finally fix that?
As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me.
Seriously.
But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul.
At what time? You mean, when we kind of traumatized you?
Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Akademiya's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
Oof.
Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Yeah? I mean, she really did need to hear all that. But, oof.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home.
Good.
I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Akademiya. Lord Cyno told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Good, good. Wait, do you not realize... Wait, what happened to you after the doctor? You failed to return. I assumed you had been, like, imprisoned or something. Imprisoned or worse. But do you not realize that the sages that you all respected are traitors and complete and utter pieces of shit? That are deserving of zero respect at all?
Azar has received much needed punishment.
Yes.
Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Yes.
You probably have already heard.
I have. Damn it. Where of a mind, Cyno. I agree wholeheartedly. He deserved so much worse. Yeah, we heard.
Lord Cyno helped me obtain permission to leave the Akademiya for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
Excellent. Well, really, part of fixing the Akademiya needs to be fixing their stranglehold on information. This idea that, you know, they have this almost hierarchy of information is not, like, that's just stupid. They have that nice giant library. I imagine they don't just let people from the public in there, do they?
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Cyno.
Oh?
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert.
Excellent.
I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites.
Nice. I knew that Nahida would, you know, help the desert when she had the power to. I mean, she always did what she could, like I said.
I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Akademiya, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Excellent.
I believe the people will make good use of them.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Cyno and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's still a culture of rot within the Akademiya that'll take a long time to fix. Even with Kusanali in charge.
Apart from this, the Akademiya is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news.
Cool.
We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
Oh yeah. I mean, we need to change the perception of, you know, the mid and lower tier scholars of the Akademiya about the people of the desert and about their relationship to knowledge and all that.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope.
Yeah.
I think this may be the turning point for the desert.
Here's hoping. Yeah. And it came at the hands of the Dendro Archon. Little, bit of a dramatic irony there for you, I imagine.
Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala.
Yep.
His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
I do.
I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Yes, we shall. I think we will. I mean, Sumeru and the desert. I mean, I guess they are two separate nations in a way, or they were at least. But really, I'm not sure if that's quite right either. But no, yes, you shall. Hopefully, no, I don't want to say regain your former glory. I mean, King Deshret's civilization will never be like it was. The damage to the desert is done. But you can at least, you know, be well off.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally.
You owe her an apology, Sataria.
A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Yes, we shall.
Although, Judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated.
I mean...
Paimon thought you would only start working for the Akademiya after the feast.
No, the feast is a formality. And just for fun. Granted, Paimon, he always wore this stuff.
Celebration? Feast?
Oh, so you really didn't know? Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be a surprise party, Paimon.
It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
Yep.
This feast is for you, Cyno. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
He will. I will drag him there if I have to.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Cyno. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Excellent. And yeah, you two are invited as well. This will be an excellent opportunity for you to make nice with Nilou, Sataria. You know, things you and Azar said to her that night, the first time, not, you know, the repeats that weren't actually you two. Those were, you guys were absolutely terrible to her.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
Damn it.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilou for me.
Yes? So I think you should give this message yourself.
The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky.
Yes, it is. I really think you should you know, she should hear that from your own mouth, but, very well.
You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
All right, Sataria. I see you.
Okay, we've got all that down.
I'll be sure to give the message to Nilou.
Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Cyno, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
If you're not, well, I'm gonna have to hunt you down and drag you there by force.
Got it.
Oh, and I guess that's the last, yeah.
Anyway, our preparation has been going smoothly these days. Can such good things really be happening in the desert?
Of course.
It's almost hard to believe.
Now that, well, you're moving on from a dead god, as, you know, even though he seems to have been a decent god. Both him and Rukkhadevata did. And the Akademiya has removed those jerks. And you have a wonderful Archon in charge again. Yeah, I think things will go great for the desert.
Yes, even if you can't bring yourself to believe it, you should at least believe in those of us who are working hard to make it a reality.
Indeed. Take it one step at a time. There is still a long journey before you.
Yeah. It won't be a
What
quick change.
heartwarming words.
You know, it'll take many, many, many years to turn things around, but it starts with you guys. So good luck. This will be a generational project. Village Chief, you here? Candace? Cyno, you little liar. They aren't here. Well, the village chief is, but not Candace.
Today's the big day. Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along.
Hell yeah, Paimon. Higher? I mean lower. I guess it is sort of higher. Let's see, we got Dia, Dunyarzad, Cyno, Nilou, and Alhaitham. Everyone's here. Well, almost. I still feel like we need Nahida here, but
Everybody's already here.
she is a god.
Looks
She's
like we're
probably
the last
busy.
ones to arrive.
You're here.
Yes, I am.
Ah, there you are.
Nilou, good to see you. Good evening, everybody.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
I am very punctual, thank you very much. I showed up exactly at, 7 o'clock.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
I actually wasn't. I was just sort of waiting around. I didn't want to show up too early. Oh, we got some food, too.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
Yeah.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Alhaitham, you little scoundrel.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, good.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here.
Yeah.
Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Aw, hell yeah. What a lovely spread you have here, Nilou.
Everything looks quite good.
It does. Not sure there's actually enough for everybody, though. A little bit light.
Wow, Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
It does look amazing, Paimon. Feast and celebration. Food is delicious and the venue is beautifully arranged. Eats and drinks before enjoying the performance prepared by Nilou and everyone in the Grand Bazaar. Ooh, a performance. Time passes gradually in the wonderful atmosphere. Beautiful evening seems like a dream.
It's so delicious.
Hopefully not actually a dream.
This grilled meat
Again.
tastes amazing.
That'd be terrible. Oh no, we're in a samsara again. This whole time.
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast.
Aw, that's sweet of them.
Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it was no trouble. I mean, well, okay, it was a lot of trouble, but I would have done it no matter what. I mean, Nahida needed our help. And she's too sweet and precious and deserving of it.
Feels kind of nice
And
to be
Junior's
seen as
odd
a
for
hero.
that matter.
I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
You have. You did good. You did really good. You too, Dunyarzad. Where's the Knight of Flowers? I know he wanted to see you happy more than anything.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
I'm sure he'd be crying tears of joy seeing you like this.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Of course.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
It was amazing, Paimon. We took down a bunch of... I will not reiterate. Well, saved a god, stopped another god from being born, and, healed Irminsul.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
A lot of luck. And mostly your, just complete knowledge of the sages and how they would react to things.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
I mean, there was certainly, there had to have been a little luck involved at the very least. But, like I said, I think I credit it mostly to Alhaitham, the success of the plan. Everyone had a nice role to play, but if it wasn't for him and his knowledge of the sages, it never could have worked in the way it did. I mean, I could have come in guns blazing, or sword blazing, I guess. But no, the Balladeer and the doctor would have gotten in the way of that.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully.
I mean...
Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
You did.
Yeah. Everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance.
It
We
was.
took the stage and put on our best show.
I mean, I feel like we went Ocean's 11, like almost fully down to not knowing the full plan. It was wonderfully executed.
Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
That's one more talent under our belt.
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Akademiya.
Yes, it is. Yes. Abso-freaking-glutely.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Yeah. I'm sure everyone in the Grand Bazaar is ecstatic about this. Return to the Akademiya? Abandoned and neglected? Well, yeah, I mean, this was true even when they remembered the Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and I don't see why that would change now.
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Akademiya basically abandoned her because of it.
I mean, so that's how, how it is. It kind of works, considering she basically looks just like, Rukkhadevata. And, I mean, that's kind of what happened. I mean, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but Rukkhadevata did lose all her power in that. Well, of course, it was also partially that she needed to erase herself. So, I mean, it's a little different. But yeah, they're practically the same person. She's a continuation of Rukkhadevata, even though she's her own person.
This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
No, it's complicated, Dunyarzad, but no, you did not.
No, everything you said is correct.
Yeah, Traveler, I'm sorry, but Rukkhadevata is gone from the world.
That's good.
I mean, this is something you would have. It really is basically only one step removed from the truth.
Something wrong?
No, it's just sad, bittersweet, really.
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Don't mind me. My mind was elsewhere.
Even if those two giants of the Akademiya are here, I still have to say it.
Yeah?
Those sages really have some nerve.
Seriously?
500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
I mean, even with the truth of the situation, it is just as freaking bad. It pisses me off. I hate those sages so much. It seems that everyone has forgotten... after everyone forgot Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, their understanding of Sumeru's history also changed. Yeah, I mean, it had to somehow. And, this is the easiest way for history to change without, too many inconsistencies and, congruences. Now everyone believes that Lesser Lord Kusanali has been Sumeru's Archon all along. Maybe I'm the only one in all of Teyvat who remembers that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata ever existed. Yeah, I think you are. Unless your brother also remembers. Or if the creatures of the Abyss are immune as well. And one other possibility I could maybe see is if Heavenly Principles would remember. Somehow I doubt the Heavenly Principles are affected by Ermin's soul. But maybe they are. I don't know. As the witness of all that happened, I shall respect her choice and keep the secret for her. Yeah, it's bittersweet, but to reveal her secret would both, you know, it would spit on her determination, on her sacrifice, and also make her sacrifice have been in vain.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Cyno?
Yeah, seriously. I mean...
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
Yes! Please say it. Yes. Oh, I'm just happy that I'm not the only one who feels this way.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
No, she's too merciful.
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere in any way.
Yeah.
While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Akademiya's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Yes, Alhaitham. Why?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
I mean... that is a surprise, actually, Cyno. You don't like Alhaitham.
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Akademiya right now.
I mean... I thought that too until I heard him talk a little more about it and what he would do. I don't think he's quite got the personality for a position of that kind of leadership. Would he be better than Azar? Of course, but, you know, leaving the seat empty would be better than Azar.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Well, I think also he's extremely smart and gifted, but no, he's far better off as just a, you know, a researcher, a scholar.
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
I mean, I'm sure if you had asked Cyno of the past if that's what he thought you were up to, I'm sure he would have agreed.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage.
Yeah, we don't actually... That's true. We don't have a clue. All those times you went out on your own to investigate different things. You know, what were you up to?
If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Akademiya's scribe?
Precisely.
You just enjoy being a scribe, then. Hey? Fair enough.
Wait, is that all?
Yeah, I guess so. These guys are going to ruin my nice, cushy life. How dare they?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
Alhaitham's a interesting guy.
It's reason enough.
I mean...
You've certainly got quite the personality.
He really does. He's a unique individual.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
Yes, he has.
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
I imagine so. Maybe. Now that he's not working under evil bastards.
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy,
Aww.
okay? And try to smile more every day, just like I'm doing now.
Yeah. Well, no, you can keep giving your deadpan, you know, deliveries. But make jokes and things.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
I'm seriously curious when he starts making his puns. Because, I mean, in the events, he came in swinging. Talk to everyone at the feast. And enjoy more. Man, you guys have barely touched anything. Come on, look at this stuff. It's delicious. Let's start with Nilou.
Ah, there you are, traveler.
Hey Nilou.
Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it.
No, it's all lovely. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
That's good.
We do have a message for you, though.
It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself.
Yeah?
You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale.
Kind of is. This whole thing has been kind of like a fairy tale.
Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
Of course. But yeah, we have a message to tell you. You tell Sataria's message to Nilou.
I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances.
I'm glad to see you're not the kind of person who holds grudges, even though it would be entirely within your right to do so. Because I do think Sataria has had a true change of heart. I mean, way before those sages, she actually understood. I think that she was on the wrong path.
I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Nilou. Out of curiosity.
Hey!
Yeah, of course not. Alright, Alhaitham. Oh, damn it, stop stepping on it. Sorry, Nilou.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good.
Yeah, it's not too bombastic. Just nice and quiet and comfortable. Just a gathering of our close companions. I appreciate that. Huh. I thought you might find it boring.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning.
Yeah, it really does.
The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts. Unlike the farces at the Akademiya.
I do always appreciate when we get to shit on the Akademiya.
That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying.
Well, I mean, by all means, I actually respect the ones who have devoted themselves to studying and to learning, to becoming, to improving themselves, and to, actually becoming proper scholars. It's really, like I said, it's the perspective of the sages that I despise.
I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house.
Oh no, Kaveh.
Oh well.
Oh no. You too. That's gotta continue somewhere. Let's go Cyno next.
The atmosphere here is good, and everything is delicious.
Excellent. Must be rare to see you at such a lively gathering.
Yeah. I don't often come to such places, but it feels quite good.
I'm happy you're enjoying yourself.
I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
It's too bad. But no, it's alright. Don't worry about us.
There's always next time. We're friends after all.
Yes, we are.
This feast is pretty good. I like it.
I'm happy you came. I know there was the idea that you weren't into, feasts and stuff, but I'm happy it's to your liking. Junior's odd. And Dia.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yum.
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet.
Oh?
What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
I mean, you've been here before doing your Zod, remember? Granted, I suppose that was when you still had your condition, so I guess you, like you said, you wouldn't feel different in, even in familiar places.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hey, you two.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, and I'm glad. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
I like the way you think, Dia. Thinking about Rukkhadevata?
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
I'm suddenly a little sleepy. It's like I'm about to nod off.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy.
Really? You would do that for me, Paimon? It's not gonna be, you know, consumed by the time you reach me again?
Of course. Just wait here for Paimon.
I don't know. I'm still at least a little worried about the forbidden knowledge and the fact that we remember Rukkhadevata. I don't know what kind of effect that might have on me. I mean, my assumption up till now has been that I'm, you know, because I'm not of Teyvat, it was the fact that the knowledge made no sense to Teyvat, that it was so poisonous. The fact that it was from the Abyss, right? My brother can handle the Abyss. Presumably that would mean I can too. Is it because I didn't sleep well last night that I feel sleepy all of a sudden? Or is it because I'm too full? I mean, those can both do it. Huh? Seems like someone is here, or is there. Nahida? That's kind of creepy, actually. Give me the chills.
It's
there you are. Man, Nahida, you could play some mean pranks on people if you wanted to. Aw, good to see you. Nahida, looks like my consciousness is connected to yours again.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was
No.
thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you.
Aw, hey, you are free to make a connection whenever you want. I am always down for talking. And if you want to join me on my journeys, you are 100% free to as well. I would love to show you the world in person.
The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon.
Is there anything you need from me? Just to say hi? She can say hi to her friend, can't she?
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in.
It's the fact that she stopped time that, or seemingly did, that makes it kind of... Yeah. It is quite lovely. I'm a little actually concerned about you connecting to my consciousness, though. If the forbidden knowledge seeps into you again, that wouldn't be good.
Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time.
I imagine you remember yourself being the one who, you know, did things like raise the wall and... Well, actually, no, because it said you lost your memories. So I guess that's not weird for you.
Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
Sure. Do you need me to dispose of the body? You know, of the balladeer. What is it?
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Aw, of course. So that's what this is about. Nahida, it'd be better if you could do that yourself. It would. Oh, You need to say hi to Dunyarzad. She would be over the moon. And considering you are the moon, yeah, she'd be towering over you in her excitement.
Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
No, I can. But I think they would love to see you, and I think you would love to see them. Some things in this world must be done by yourself.
But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they?
Oh no, not Dunyarzad and Nilou.
What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast?
Oh no.
That'd be the last thing I want.
Oh, Nahida, no. You do not need to sacrifice yourself like that. You can, be friendly with your people. You don't have to be a distant god. You don't have to emulate the Shogun. Not A. Even A has sort of started interacting with her people. It'll be fine. Please don't worry too much.
Let me think about it.
Now, I promise you, you will make Dunyarzad's life.
Okay.
Yes. Have you made up your mind?
Yes, I have.
That's good. Wait, huh?
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right?
Yeah?
So...
Are you taking over my mind to do it?
I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Okay, that might actually freak them out a bit, but alright. I still think that they'd prefer to see you in person, but I'm sure this will be the next best thing. And at least promise me you won't say anything weird when you're in my body. Everyone's happy and having a good time.
Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food.
It's me.
Yeah.
Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Yes, it is, Paimon.
Hold up. What's going on?
Oh, just lending my body.
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, Alhaitham. You have the most subdued reaction to that fact. I love it.
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes, she is. I mean, it also kind of makes more sense why they're calling her Lesser Lord still. They probably think they called her Greater Lord Kusanali or something beforehand. Maybe.
Oh, Nilou.
You know who I am?
Of course, she knows all her people.
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilou, Alhaitham, Cyno, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Aw.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Aw. You can even see her. That is so lovely.
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Akademiya, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru.
Aw. Yeah.
Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation.
Yeah. She, even despite being a god, didn't actually have the power to free herself.
Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Teyvat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me.
Aw.
Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Oh, Nahida.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Oh, Dunirza. No, you do not know how much Nahida treasures you.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
Aw.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
Yeah, it was. Even when he didn't know it.
This is how the relationship between the Akademiya and Dendro Archon should be.
Yeah.
We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
Pretty much. I mean, really. Sages had corrupted things 500 years ago. And honestly, I'm not sure how, they were before Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, died. But I somehow, if that's how they reacted to her disappearance, I somehow think they weren't great even before then. Over-reliant on her, quote-unquote omniscience. Which I still doubt that she was actually truly omniscient. I mean, if she was, she would have always had that forbidden knowledge, for example.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble.
Yeah.
You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Yeah.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
I hope we get to celebrate your birthday again in the future, Nahida. See? Just like I said, everybody is very happy to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her so much. For surprise visit brings the feast to a climax. Sincere joy flows in the hearts of everyone present. The atmosphere of talking and laughter carries on late into the night. Daw. And the feast ends on a perfect note. The next day,
Are you awake? Did you rest well?
I think I slept all right. Still worried about how I was feeling tired, though. I somehow doubt that was just because of Nahida.
After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Hey. Well, if that isn't the Paimon calling the Traveler Paimon. Still nothing compared to Paimon.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony.
As long as you're self-aware, Paimon.
Alright, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida?
Yeah, absolutely.
She should be in the Akademiya right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
In the Akademiya, like in the library, or in the Sanctuary of Surasthana? Okay, the Sanctuary. I guess this is basically just my house now. Nahida, are you here? Also is... Like, can I fight the Balladeer again? I have a feeling that's going to be the next domain that we can farm. Hey, Nahida. Still love the theme here.
Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Good to see you. Are you doing well?
What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
Yeah, it was a wonderful feast. I am curious about a few things, Nahida. Obviously, you gave up, traded the Electro-Gnosis. But did you end up making that deal with the doctor for your Dendro-Gnosis? I have to imagine so.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know?
Oh yeah. So about the Akasha.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to.
Right. I mean, you shut it down regardless, which is probably the right move. It was a powerful tool, but too prone to misuse. I mean, I suppose with you here, you would have prevented that, but, also, I guess now that Dendrognosis is gone, but,
I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently.
yeah. I think that's actually... I mean, ignoring everything else, it's also kind of a fitting punishment for Sumeru, and especially the Akademiya.
But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, it is... It is so useful, but no, I agree.
The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and
Yeah.
curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru.
It did, yeah. They just... I mean, they instead of using it as a tool, they used it as a crutch.
Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them.
Yeah.
And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the Akademiya.
Good. I think the Akademiya will do much better under your leadership.
The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally.
Good, yes. I trust you can find sages who are actually, have integrity, are ethical, dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, not just to knowing things. Actual proper scholars and sages, researchers, whatever.
I hope that the new 6th grade sages will be more focused on academics.
Yeah.
Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever.
Thank you, Nahida. Makes me happy to hear.
The other big issue is the people of King Deshret.
Yeah.
All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long.
They really have. They really have. I'm sure you can make that right, though, or at least begin the path to healing.
I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
I'm sure they'll be happy to hear. I hope they can trust you. Even though Greater Lord Rukkhadevada's been eliminated from memory, I imagine that also means that a lot of their distrust moved directly to you. And, well, hopefully the Eremites who are now on your side can help convince them and teach them the truth. About what happened after I fell asleep that day.
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
Yeah. Did he take the Gnosis?
You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation.
So it is outright said. I kind of suspected, honestly, that the highest of the Fatui would. I mean, the Balladeer wasn't number 3, was he? I think he's number 4. With the Gnosis, he became comparable to a god, of course. I mean, he was turning into one. But, yeah, so the Doctor, whoever number 1 is, I don't think I know number 3 either. Maybe, is it, oh, damn it, I'm blanking on her name all of a sudden, but you know who, Miss Scythe. Is she number 3, perhaps?
However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor.
Good. I'm glad, honestly, you made the right call, the wise decision. Saying no just for the idealism would have been extremely foolish, since he would have just taken it at that point, or force you to destroy it and awaken the heavenly principles, which probably would not have gone well for anybody. That you managed to negotiate something useful out of it. No, you made the proper move.
I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate. The heavenly principles.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Are you confirming that was in fact the heavenly principles? Because I feel like up until now, that's just been my sort of speculation.
In fact, the heavenly principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago.
Yeah.
I used this point as leverage against the doctor.
You did. You did quite good. That was a wonderful bluff. If it was even a bluff.
I told him that the heavenly principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it.
Yeah.
I assumed that the heavenly principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place.
Honestly, I think the odds of that gamble were actually in your favor. I have to imagine the heavenly principles would have absolutely not taken kindly to that.
And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the god of wisdom.
I'm very curious what exactly you learned, though. I don't suppose you'd be willing to say. Or is it dangerous? Oh yeah, about the balladeer. Do you need help moving the body?
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather.
How would one hide a feather? In a pillow?
I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features.
Really? Like what?
Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil.
Good. And hey, that means that another one of the Harbingers are out of the picture. Which is fantastic news. I mean, that's La Signora and the Balladeer. I guess Child kinda, I mean, he's not really out of the picture, but he's also not much of a threat at this point.
In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself.
Yeah. Honestly, I do hope you can help heal him. I mean, his past broke him, but that doesn't make... I think there's a chance to, I guess, save him.
His future will be determined by fate.
About Fontaine, the next stop on my journey. Yeah.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the Nation of Justice?
Oh, is that what they're called? The Nation of Justice. Honestly, I kind of would expect it to, them to be like the Nation of Technology or something. Let's see, we have the Nation of, Freedom, I guess, for Mondstadt? Or the Nation of Wine, perhaps. The Nation of Contracts, I would guess, for Liyue. The Nation of Eternity for Inazuma, maybe. The Nation of Wisdom for Sumeru. And then the Nation of Justice for Fontaine.
As far as I know, that nation operates in the judicial system.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every nation should have some form of judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
Oh. I guess there's, interesting. Okay, so the form of government could be a nation ruled by judges? It's kind of interesting.
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials.
Yeah, his oh damn, why am I forgetting his name? But I know him. He's the guy who with the staff who is kind of awesome. And he, if it wasn't for Farina, I'd say, you know, that he had very I know he has the vibes to be a Hydro Archon, but no, just the Chief Justice and Farina is, unless I'm completely off. I'm pretty confident on that. That I'm not misremembering. But Focalor, so that's her real name.
However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial.
Yeah, see her.
It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere.
Yeah, she had a very idle vibe to me, which I kind of love.
As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict.
So it is kind of a monarchy then. Wait, how many trials are they having, though?
Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting her. Well, I think I've got nothing more to say then.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
My brother?
Huh? You mean... About your brother.
Yes! What do you know?
While you were resting at Gandharva, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
Oh, cool. So I guess Irminsul really is kind of like a world tree then, like, it does actually contain all the knowledge of the world. Yeah. Or maybe it's more like it contains all the knowledge that people possess in the world. I'm not sure how the exact mechanics of that. But we both came from beyond the Sea of Stars. There shouldn't be any information on him in Irminsul.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother.
Maybe it's information about what we've done since coming here?
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However...
Yeah?
There must be something different about your brother. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all.
That's fascinating, actually.
What?
Huh?
There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
That doesn't make sense, though. I mean, unless my memories are false, or something he's done since coming here has sort of, I guess, made the world accept him as of this world or something. I mean, what does it say about him? How is that possible? We journeyed the Sea of Stars all our lives until we came here. How could he possibly hail from Teyvat? An excellent question, Alice. Traveler. Things don't add up. Is there something wrong with my memories? Or is it this world that has done something to him? Those are my only two guesses. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, which one of us that was it that when we were fighting the heavenly principles, one of us went through like a portal or something. That's how we got separated. Was it him that got left behind with the heavenly principles? If so, maybe the heavenly principles did something to him? Or the alternative, if he went through that portal, maybe that the heavenly principles doing something to him.
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
It was. Do you have any further intel? Do you know what he's been through?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Khaenri'ah.
Yeah. And, was it around 500 years ago?
After the Khaenri'ah disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat.
Or, I guess, immediately after the Khaenri'ah disaster. Can you please very clearly specify where in the timeline of Khaenri'ah he appeared? But yeah, no, we saw a bit of that in the that one trailer.
But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy.
The influence of the Abyss?
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate.
I mean, there's, I mean, it could be him that's deliberately obfuscating his fate. I could see maybe Dainsleif doing that for some reason, if he even had that kind of power, which I'm not confident on there. Who else? The Heavenly Principles? Or maybe some dark force from the Abyss that we haven't met yet?
And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
No kidding. Could it be related to the Abyss?
But even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
No, it would not.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Hold on. This is a new term. And apparently something specific to the Fatui. The Descenders. And I am one, but he isn't?
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Neither. Well, you haven't heard either.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right?
Oh, is this to do with that? The Descenders?
A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world.
Oh, wait, there's more than me and my brother? I guess, actually, hold on, technically, isn't the Heavenly Principles a Descender? I mean, the only beings originally from this world are, like, the elemental beings, right? And, like, the dragons, the Vishaps, which are, well, elemental beings, so.
Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
A 4th? Who are the other 3? Oh my god, you're dropping so much lore here, Nahida. I love it.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them?
And why the hell are the Fatui the only ones keeping track of this? And how are they keeping track of this? And yeah, my brother's not one of them.
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Heavenly Principles isn't from this world, but the Heavenly Principles just sort of, I don't know, conquered this world, basically.
As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Damn it. Oh, damn it, you're teasing me here, Nahida. You're whetting my appetite for knowledge. Kind of fitting for, you know, God of Wisdom.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
Yeah, but don't let that stop you, Nahida. Keep it coming. Keep it coming till her head pops like a overfilled balloon.
And yet, Even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions.
You could say that.
I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom.
I mean, you have given me some very interesting information, but you're not wrong that it honestly raises even more questions.
There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Same here. I'll need some time to reflect on what you've said. Yeah. But I'm sure, or I hope at least, we can come back together to discuss all of this in the future and come to some conclusions.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru.
Yeah?
I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to say. Interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. That is interesting. So, even though I'm taking actions within the world, with the way Irmin's soul works, because I'm not of the world, I'm like a void, black hole moving throughout the world, having effects on it that it can't record. That is actually kind of cool. But that also confirms that, no, yeah, the heavenly principles should be separate from Irmin's soul, and I suppose should remember the Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, presumably. Fate is the ultimate knowledge, and your future will be the ultimate fate. Hint.
I'm sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
I know, right? I love her so much. She is my favorite Archon. It's not even close. I mean, I like the other Archons too, don't get me wrong. But she's so great.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough.
No, the pleasure's all mine.
Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Oh, yeah. I hope we get to talk so much more. There it goes. The end. A silver twig, yep. A branch taken from the center of the world. There was once a giant tree that ran across the world, and this twig was a part of it. Though it has been removed from the tree, their connection remains strong as ever. Therefore, as long as the giant white tree that symbolizes the center of the world does not die, it will never wither. Oh, that's cool. Trees symbolize life. In one of the stories from a certain place, there was a person who had entrusted her consciousness to the white tree's branches before she passed away. She did. Assuming this is about Rukkhadevata. In that way, neither her life nor hope would be lost, since the branches would grow and sprout where there was sunshine and rain, and would one day blossom and bear fruits. Trees also symbolize wisdom. In one of the legends, a sage hanging upside down on a tree had acquired the knowledge of how to inscribe runes and control sacred words, and thus followed the kingdom established along the tree's roots, eventually gaining a glimpse of the secret of the cosmos. Was that King Deshret's civilization, I wonder? All knowledge, memory, and experience flow through this giant tree. Just like a stream flows into the river joins the sea turns into clouds, and the clouds rain onto the ground. Just like life itself. Actually, I'm thinking the ley lines then are basically just this tree's roots, right? That makes a lot of sense. So in order to, for, you know, Urban Soul to track you, you have to be hooked up to the ley lines. You know, be a part of that system. Very cool.
Doing detective work means you gotta walk the walk.
All right.
No, I
Nahida?
mean literally. I need to search high and low for evidence.
Do you have anything to say? Of course you can't. That'd be funny though.
Is there anything you want to know?
Can I ask more questions? Oh no. Okay, this is just the same stuff. Sorry, nothing more to say.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey. I'm very interested in if fate is the ultimate.
I'm sure glad.
The pleasure is all Alright, that's enough talk.
Well, Nahida, I'm gonna miss you. Where is your story quest? We got Tighnari, Cyno, Nilou, and then 2 from Nahida. Nice. And then Alhaitham and Dia, surprisingly after. And then Yoimiya again, and Beiju, of course. Nice. I'm looking forward to Yoimiya Part 2. And then Linny. Yeah, Noivelet. Yeah, that's his name. I'm pretty sure he was the judge. And then Rio Thesli, who I think was like a warden or something. Prison guard. There she was. Yeah. Arlecchino. I think she must be number 3, right? Unless I'm misremembering where the Balladeer ranks and she's just number 4. Or maybe she's ranked lower than the Balladeer and number 5. I know Senora was like 7 or 8. Alright, Nahida. Like I said, I'm gonna miss you. I'll see you again someday. Hopefully not too long. I'll get to your story quest sooner rather than later. But I gotta explore Sumeru and handle some of these other story quests too. You know how it is. I love this theme so much. So mysterious and just a little bit of melancholy even, maybe. Well, I think I saw in here next Archon quest is, so we have Inversion of Genesis. Complete other quests. What quests? Acer Pometum Chapter Act 1. Whose was that? Shoot. Oh. Interesting that it requires Kazuha. Okay. That's for Interlude Chapter Act 3. Which I don't think we need to do before this one. Or wait, this one. Yeah. Which we have enough time to do, I think. 6 days to complete. As long as we don't focus too much on exploring any new regions or anything. Focus solely on the story. Now we have, Chapter 3, Act 6. Masrur at Port Ormos is currently worrying himself sick over a letter with an unclear address. I'm not sure if we actually need this one before doing Summertide Scales. I mean, I feel like the whole thing about Wanderer's fate is partially answered now. Maybe there's a few more details about what conclusions he comes to. I don't know. The whole bit about him becoming a god, at least. I feel like that would have probably been the major spoiler. Let's see. They recommend Chapter 4, Act 5. Oh, geez. Wait. Well, we're not making it there. And in our guide, technically the next one is Inversion of Genesis, that, you know, Interlude Chapter Act 3. Okay. So that one technically comes before...
There's something in the...
Before Act 6, I take it. Which is probably just, despite this one being the interlude, the one that leads us over to Fontaine somehow. And then this one probably deals with, you know, the fate of the Wanderer. Which actually, that would make more sense why it needs Kazuha, now that I think about it. From what we learned about his, you know, their relationship in that one event that we watched. All right. Well, in that case, next up, I think will be Kazuha.